Hello everyone, welcome back to Medical Coding Club. This is Chandrika. And first of all, I want to say sorry for not being consistent on YouTube recently. So, like many of you were asking why I was not uploading videos, CPC related videos regularly. So the reason was, I have been very busy with my regular work, and also like now I have received multiple speaker events. So I have to really prepare PPTs, and I have to give a lot of dedication to that. So definitely I was unable to, cope up with both regular CPC classes as well YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn. So I was unable to handle that. So then again, like I want to appreciate your patience and support as well. And another thing is, today I am back with an important topic for all the certified medical coders and also non-certified coders who have completed their medical coding training. Okay, so today I'll be discussing about how to create ATS friendly resume. Okay, so we will discuss what are the things that you should do, what are the things you should not do, okay, and how the simple resume should look like. Everything I'll teach in today's session. Okay, and before we begin, another thing is, like I wanted to share this honestly with you all, because nowadays the CPC shortcuts, like assume it's a question paper. So everywhere, people are just selling that material. So it's not a good thing. Okay, as a certified medical coders, we should have that integrity towards the certification. Like if we keep doing this, okay, and if you are keep selling, and if so many people are falling for that and they're not ready to learn concepts, then eventually it will become a big blender mistake. Okay, because the certification lose its integrity or the lose its value. Now CPC has so much value. Employers, most of the employers prefer, if the candidate has CPC, then they believe this person has gained some knowledge what they want. Okay, so if without gaining the knowledge, but the student, or sorry, the candidate is getting certified, and then they are believing in the candidate and they're giving the job, later if they have to suffer more means they'll switch to another certification. Okay, so that's why always you have to, even if you are preparing for exam, you have to learn. Okay, you have to sit and learn the concept, then only go for an exam, because it's a long term run, right? Now you cannot say like, okay, I get certified and I'll work. It's not like 1 or 2 year thing. If you are going and if you are dedicated for the field, the subject matters. Okay, whatever the knowledge you will have in the particular subject, it is very important to sustain in the job. Okay, so please always learn everything, practice all chapter practice paper, then do mock papers. Okay, then it will all add up, and it will definitely help you in the future whenever you start your career. Okay, so yes, let's not drag too much. So let's begin with our resume preparation. So first we will understand what is ATS. Okay, I have mentioned that ATS friendly resume. Many of you might have already aware of these terms, but few may not be aware. Okay, so for them I am making this video. So what is ATS? ATS stands for Applicant Tracking System. Okay, ATS refers to Applicant Tracking System. So it's a software used by companies to filter the resumes. Okay, so in today's world, most of the healthcare companies, not only healthcare companies, every company, okay, every MNC companies or a BPO company, any company, they will receive hundreds of resume or thousands of resume when they post the job update. Okay, so they need a quick screening. So for that quick screening, what they will do, they will use this ATS systems to scan the resume before HR reviews them. Okay, HR will review only, it is like, it is looking very professional, or it is looking like most eligible candidate. At that time only HR will get the opportunity to review your resume. So then how to prepare a resume that matches the ATS, or to have a good ATS score, right? So for that we need to understand all of this criteria before we create the resume or before we upload our resumes. So now if you see here in the ATS, maybe they will feed the keywords and the skills what they are looking for, also certification, and also sometimes the resume format. Okay, the resume format should be very simple and clean. If it is like too much fancy, then it will ATS may not be able to read it. Okay, it may get directly reject in the initial screening phase itself. Okay, so a lot of the medical coders are after getting certified, even if they're applying for a job, they might not be getting interview calls or not even one email saying that you are rejected. Okay, so this is what happens in the initial screening itself. Your resume might have rejected. Okay, so let's discuss more on this. So now, how hiring manager reviews the resume, like the HR, what is their point of view? Okay, they want like even if it is if this cross if your resume crosses the ATS and then it goes to HR, then HR may take some 6 to 10 seconds or maybe assume 1 minute. HR might be taking 1 minute to review your resume. So what they'll check, they check your certification status. If you are a fresher, then they'll see like whether this person is certified. Okay, certified with which certification, CPC or CCS, likewise. Okay, and also the skill set, what and all you have learned so far, and project experience. Did have you done any internship related to medical coding? Okay, and also what is your education background, whether you belong to life science or non life science or pharmacy. Okay, BPT, and so many other life science related thing will be there, no? So they'll see that. And then lastly, formatting. Okay, how your resume is looking, whether you have maintained some professional things on your resume, like using appropriate font, or maybe using appropriate the header and the bullet points, all this they'll check. Okay, later I'll show the sample resume also. Then comes to what you should do. Okay, you should create one simple layout. Okay, you should create one simple uh, layout in your Microsoft Word, and try to keep resume in a first or one page. Okay, single page, and add the job description keywords. Okay, you should add your job description keywords, and then again include your project experience if you have done anything, and use professional email. Okay, you should always utilize professional emails. Do not give some random email, like some will have like little girl now, and inky pinky, so many the nickname email will be there. Do not give that. The email should contain your name and then the gmail.com, so that looks professional. And also you can use the fonts like calibri. Okay, and also font size should be somewhere between 10 to 12 only. If you are using header as 12, and the remaining content should be done with the font size 10. Okay, and also you should avoid long paragraph. You should not write too much. Okay, the paragraph thing should not be there. And whatever the points you are mentioning, it should be having the bullet. Okay, use the bullets, and text color should be black. Okay, this is the professional resume formatting. And as I said, full name is compulsory, active phone number is compulsory, and a professional email is compulsory. Okay, so next once I show you the resume sample, I have the sample. So once I'll show this later, then you will get an idea. So what we should not do, like what you should avoid doing in the resume is, firstly, avoid fancy templates. Okay, so now we have so many online templates available. Okay, if you go to Canva, in Canva only so many fancy templates available, like you can add your photo, and there will be too many layouts or color, so many will be there. So you should not do any such things. Okay, just you have to keep it very simple. No need of any kind of fancy templates. Keep the simple one. And do not use table or graphics. Do not add fake experience. If you have not done any internship, then no need to exaggerate that you have done so many things. Okay, so be real. And all, as I said, avoid long resume. Do not give pages of resume, because if you're a fresher, nobody will have such patience to go and see what are the things that you have done. Or like whatever is needed, only education and the certification, that portion is there, that is enough. And then don't use unprofessional email, as I already said. While giving your email on the resume, it should be professional. Okay, do not like some 1 2 3 4 5 or some random email, right? You will be aware. Okay, some gamer name or some actor name, all those not needed. Okay, so it should be your name, it should be in your name. The gmail.com should be in your name, then it looks very professional, clean and professional. Okay, so these are some basic things that we should do when we are preparing the resume. So now let's see the sample. Okay, so I have one sample resume. So you can see here, the first thing here, I have kept medical coding club, but you should keep your full name. Okay, if whatever your first name and the last name is there, keep as it is. And if you have obtained certification on that name, definitely you should not change anything. Whatever it is there in your AAPC membership, same name should keep in this place. Okay, so you can highlight, or you can give some extra font size to your name and use the capital letter. Then below to that, you can use your active phone number. Okay, and active email ID. And then location is very important. Okay, while giving location, please remember this. If you are in the remote place, okay, like for example, you are in one village which belongs to certain district. Okay, so that time do not give your village name. Okay, and do not give any like if your company is in Bangalore, so try to give your company name, company location itself. Okay, like you are in Bangalore, you are somewhere in village, it's okay. For your you should not showcase that you belongs to somewhere far from the city. And even if you are calling him for interview, he may not come on time, or he may not able to come because he don't have any staycation here in Bangalore to stay. Okay, so many things they'll think, and they may reject. Okay, that's why on the resume, just give your company location itself. Okay, many companies like Optum, Omega, V Health Tech, AGS, Access Healthcare, so many companies are there in Bangalore. So if you are applying job in Bangalore, give location as Bangalore only. It will add one advantage. Okay, but do not mention the remote areas. It will be kind of, it will impact. Okay, I know that it will impact. And then comes to career objective. So if you have already completed your CPC, then you can mention certified professional coder, and apprentice status is must and should. Do not hide. If you have the apprentice, you should not hide that. You should clearly mention you the status. CPC, it is in the apprentice status. So CPCA, with a strong knowledge of ICD-10, CM, CPT, HCPCS level 2 coding. And also here only you can add if you have done MSc, or if you have done BSc, B Pharmacy, any graduation or post graduation, add the line here. And then you should also mention the solid understanding of medical terminology, anatomy, and the disease process. Okay, so all the things whatever you know, you in your own word you can write it. And also seeking an entry level medical coding position, so obviously you will be applying for medical coding trainee level. So you can mention that you are seeking for the entry level jobs. Okay, and then coming to the next segment should be certification. So you can use this format to save the space. Certified professional coder and the year of passing. If you have passed in 2026, you can keep that. And the status is CPC A apprentice. And then AAPC member ID you can add. Okay, it will give you more credibility. Okay, it's okay. It's nothing like someone is going to check anything about you using your member ID. Okay, it's not like that. for anything, it will come to your attention. So you can give your member ID on the resume for your credibility. And then again, what are the, like, education, coming to education background here, you should try to keep two of the education related criteria. Like if you have done graduation and post graduation, you can keep them, okay, both of them, graduation and post graduation. And then if you have done only graduation, then you can keep graduation and maybe a 12th standard, the reports, okay. Because also keep the highest one first, and then the graduation, and then the second, 12th standard, and then 10th, okay. Likewise you can keep it. And anyway, when verification comes, they will definitely ask you for the certification. That time you can showcase, but as of now it is not needed, okay. And then comes to just a minute. Okay. And then comes to coding skills. Under coding skills, whatever you have learned in the training period or whatever you have studied for certification, everything you can add here. Like you are not sure whether you will get an opportunity to work in only in ICD coding, or only in the procedure coding, or in the combined portion ICD and CPD, because you may get HCC as your project, or you may get ENM project. Okay, we are not sure. So whatever you have learned, everything you can keep under medical coding skills, okay. It will help you to have a better ATS scores. And then coming to project and practical training. So while preparing for certification, definitely if you have enrolled in any institution, or if you have practiced the mock paper, is nothing but you have done some case studies, right? Okay, so that you can highlight it in this way. It's not like you are hiding something or you're faking something. Instead, you can write something like this: medical coding practice project, what and all you have done so far. So you have reviewed outpatient sample medical records and assigned an accurate diagnosis, procedure code, and applicable, like you followed the applicable coding guidelines, okay, CPT guideline, ICD guideline. Same way, coming to evaluation and management, because evaluation and management has more weightage, you can show that you have done additional practice on evaluation and management, like medical decision making, how to select the code based on MDM and time, okay. So that defines you. And also coming to, like, another thing I've added: completed 600 plus sample medical records or case studies. So anyway, even if you are not opting for practicode, while preparing for certification, if you have a data, or if you have done that kind of mock papers definitely contains more than 600 case studies. If you do some 10 mock paper, so it's coming around 800 to 900 case studies, right? All the chapter wise thing. So it's okay to tell in this way, because you have really did that. So it's okay, you can mention the same under practical training. And then like whatever you have aware, like Medicare payer policies, commercial policies, all those, and regulatory and compliance, okay, modifier usage, and the RCM awareness, everything you have, uh, like you have learned about that, so you can tell the employer in this way, okay. So then lastly, technical skills. So technical skills you can add, you should be aware about MS, like Word and Excel, and also your basic computer knowledge should be there. And also typing skills, okay. In medical coding, typing skill is one of the important criteria. So if you can additionally check your typing skill, like we have so many online software where it can tell you what is the what is the speed of your typing, okay, how many words you will type in a minute, okay. That also speed also you can check, and you can give the speed limit in also here in typing skill and data entry, okay. Then soft skills, like about soft skill, whatever you are confident with, you can mention that, okay. Problem solving, and attention to detail, coding accuracy, learning ability, communication skills, okay. All of these things can add under soft skill. And then languages. So noun languages, you can keep English first and then your mother tongue, then Hindi if you are aware, or if you are aware of any other languages, you can keep the language portion also. And lastly, you can give one declaration saying that everything is true. Okay, this is one important declaration from your end. And lastly, your full name you have to add. Okay, and if you can ask me, is date of birth is needed? So in actual ATS related thing, date of birth is not needed. Okay, you don't have to give your date of birth, any of your personal detail, like your your status, the status whether you have married or single, that is also not required. Okay, so you can avoid adding all those things. And if your resume got screened and you got an HR call, okay, then you can speak about yourself, a lot of about your personal things and all. But in resume, you can keep it everything minimal. Okay, and but you have to highlight your skills in this way. Okay, this is a very simple resume format. You can follow this, and it's an ATS friendly. And also, while saving, like after doing your resume preparation, while saving, you can see here it says CPC fresher resume template. But while saving, you should add your name. Okay, Chandrika's resume, Chandrika's resume 1 or 2. Likewise, you can give your name and then add CV or resume. Okay, don't give 1 2 3 4 5 or something like any other than name. Don't save the PDF. Okay, and also you can keep one in PDF format, one CV in the Microsoft Words format, because whenever you want to edit, you will have the word, so you can edit your word and again you can resave in the PDF format. Okay, like always, when before applying for any job, once you have to read the job description, and if they have clearly mentioned this job is about evaluation and management, then try to add more keywords on the evaluation and management. Okay, or if they have not highlighted this job opening for any particular project, then keep like this. Okay, where it can help you to give you an opportunity for any project. Okay, so then like you can apply, and also you can use the cover letter to write for hiring managers if you get to know who is hiring. Okay, and also please follow the healthcare companies on LinkedIn, follow their career portals. Okay, and subscribe to their newsletters. There are so many ways that you can actually get a job easily. Okay, so now again, April end, May, for medical coding job will again, you will have so many opportunities. So please be active 1 or 2 months. And if you can persistently share your resume or apply for jobs, some are the other companies or one are the best company you will able to land. Okay, so that's all from my end today. So if you want this resume, you can, I will post one reel on Instagram, on my Instagram. So if you come to my Instagram, or if you can directly message me on Instagram, you will get an automated link. Okay, so there you can see this, and accordingly, whatever your knowledge or whatever you have learned, everything you can keep it in this format, and you can create your own resume. Okay, so I hope this session was helpful for you. And if you are looking for complete CPC online classes, you can contact me on WhatsApp. It includes study material as well, and the fees is 7,999 only. Okay, 2 month of training, and early bird discount fee will be 7,199. Okay, you can enroll on my website medicalcodingclub.in, or you can WhatsApp me with your name and like whether you are looking for the training or anything else. Okay, so new batch will be starting from next month, May 15th. Okay, if anyone, any of your friend wants to join, you can refer my channel. Okay, so it's very affordable and very effective. So yes, that's all for today. Thank you all. Thank you for watching, and I'll try to be consistent on my YouTube as well, and I'll try my best to come up with the videos. Okay. So yeah, thank you all.